Good morning, Toastmasters.
Good morning.
Okay, let's do this once more. Good morning, Toastmasters.
Good morning.
I welcome you all to the 204th meeting of Bright Beginning Toastmasters Club. The mission of the Toastmasters Club is to provide positive and learning environment in which members are empowered to grow their communication and leadership skills, resulting in greater self confidence and their personal growth. With that, to run a smooth meeting, we have some rules in place. Rule number one, please keep your phone on silent mode. If you haven't done that, you have 5 seconds to do that. Rule number two, please keep yourself on mute mode if you're not speaking. It might disturb the host or whoever is speaking. Rule number three, please refrain yourself to talk about politics, sex, and religion in derogatory manner. We are open to a healthy discussion. Now, please help me welcome the presiding officer for the today's meeting, Toastmaster Neetha. Over to you.
Good morning, everyone. So, warm welcome and a warm welcome to our guest. So, today we are doing a wonderful meeting, and a team or theme is selected by Anshuman. That's quite interesting. He has attended the meeting last time, which inspired me to go and join a meeting that's happening in Hyderabad today. But unfortunately, I did not get the details where to register, so I did not go, and here I am. But getting inspired from Anshuman, I decided to join a Hyderabad Toastmasters club so that I go and meet people in person. And I'm loving the experience of this hybrid meeting where people are busy chatting and they're not listening to us. So Mike is laughing, but yeah. So Nitin is not a guest, right?
Toastmaster from a different club.
Okay, fine. So yes, but I would still welcome you to introduce yourself. So what do you, Nitin?
Thank you so much,
Toastmaster.
Neetal. I'm Nitin Pathak. I've been a Toastmaster for a while. And today, Saturday morning, somehow I was up and I was thinking that to attend this meeting. I thought about joining in person, probably next time, but just wanted to see and wanted to get what all Anshuman learned during oration. Even though I was getting live updates from him while he was there, but still it would be nice to know what all things but he has to share regarding this. So yeah, looking forward to this meeting. Thanks.
Thank you. Thank you, Toastmaster Nathan. Yes, even I'm excited to listen to Anshuman's stories. So over to you, Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Anshuman.
Thanks a lot, Toastmaster Neethal. That was quite a brief presiding of the speech. Before we move forward, offline team, have you settled in? There's still a lot of movement. Is the audio sorted? Are you settled? Can't hear you. All right. Just sorting out the rules before we begin. So I also see Toastmaster Vidhu in person. If she has strived so much to be there, Toastmaster Vidhu, do you want to take up a role?
I'm not able to hear you.
Are you able to hear me?
To you, I'm not with the. We have one guest, Prabhat Jain.
Before that, checking in, Prabhat, have you joined in as a guest or a member?
Currently, as a guest, I joined as a guest.
All right. Can you quickly introduce yourself?
I am Prabhat Jain. I am basically from Bechtel Toastmaster Club, and I'm joining here in this club as a guest just to learn more from you. Thank you.
All right. Thank you. Thank you for joining our club today. Final check-in, offline audience. Are you able to hear me? Are you able to speak?
Yes, we can hear you, Anshul.
The voice is too
We can
low.
hear you. We can hear you.
Yeah, can hear you now. I just want to check in, is Toastmaster without taking up one role or
Yes,
not?
she is.
Which role?
Whichever your choice. Grammarian will be best.
Okay, all right. So Toastmaster Neethal, if you can take up just the R counter, and the grammarian will be with Toastmaster with me. That eases off your role a bit. All right, moving on. I and Toastmaster Mayank had the opportunity to attend the district conference of Toastmasters, which is oration, last weekend, and we had a gala time. In the previous orations, all of us had the opportunity to sit down, listen to each other's experiences of how our Toastmaster journey has been till date, and this was no different. The expectation was to learn a lot, was to network a lot, and all of those experience got met. So when I entered oration, definitely there was a lot of buzz. We had all the district officers, we had all the members sitting down and just chatting through. And whom did I see chatting amongst those members? It was the international CEO of Toastmasters, Daniel Rex, amongst us. I and all of us had the opportunity to chat with the CEO of Toastmaster International in person. And all of us were hesitant, all of us were curious what to ask him, what to not ask him. But slowly and surely, we gained our courage and asked him a lot of questions. The first question was about pathways. Why is pathways so repetitive? Why do all the paths have same level ones, level twos, level threes? And he mentioned to us that if I had 1 cent for question asked on pathways, I would be a millionaire today. So definitely understood our concern that pathways can get repetitive, and he mentioned that he and his team are working on revising pathways to be future ready. At the same time, also he mentioned that he has a little team of just 125 people managing Toastmaster International globally for around 200,000 members, roughly. So that was a very little ratio for a huge audience base. Definitely he said like he'll strive towards it, but he can't promise. Second one was, and we were all curious, what happened was the table topics for that day did not go up to the mark that we expected it to at the district level. And this was before the speech section, which was extraordinary. Each speech was spectacular, was mind blowing, and we all were mesmerized. So between the two sessions, we asked Daniel that how do you ensure that the quality of participants at the district level are up to the mark? We felt that this division level structure leads to just one great speaker from each division going up to the district. And there might be 5 good speakers within the division who get eliminated just because at a division level they are all aggregated. So what he mentioned is that the intent of World Championship of Public Speaking is not to get the best speakers at the district level. It is for us to be inspired to achieve excellence beyond our comfort zone currently. So the intent of the contest is to bring the best out of us. It is not to get the best folks at the district level or the division level. It is just to make us succeed at the bigger stage. And last but not the least, what he told in his speech at the conference was that leadership is not about ourselves. So when we are in a particular position, folks will respect the position, but they may not respect you as a person. So you have to ensure that you're respected as a person and as a leader both, that you have to shed your ego, you have to devote yourself to service, you have to ensure that you are rising and the members are rising alongside. And that is what he said, that respect is collective and not just for the role. So you may become the president, you may become the VP education, may become the district director, you may become the division director, but it is the individual respect that you have is what leads to collective and holistic excellence. So these were my top takeaways from the international CEO, Toastmaster Daniel Rex. I'll pause for any questions, any curious questions about the CEO if you have any.
I have a question not related to CEO, but
Right.
something else.
Yeah,
So
please
what
go
is
ahead.
so what is pathway?
Got it. So Toastmaster, I mean, you will soon be introduced to it. So
Okay.
basically it's a curriculum given by Toastmaster International for us to progress in terms of speeches. Objectives are given, and against those objectives you have to deliver a speech. For example,
Okay.
Toastmaster Mayank will be delivering a speech on the path of uh, telling his mentee journey as a, like, from his mentor. So
Mhm.
you and Shaunak together will soon be taken through the journey of pathways.
Okay. Understood. Thank you.
Any other question? Any curiosity how Daniel Rex looked? How did he speak? You might have already seen the photos and the videos. I'm presuming you would have already known about it. All right, we'll talk more about how the speeches went, how the table topic was, what the learnings from speeches and table topics were. But for that, for the reference of the guests, I like to introduce the structure of a typical Toastmaster meeting. A typical Toastmaster meeting is composed of three sections: prepared speeches, impromptu speeches, and the evaluation section. In prepared speeches, as Toastmaster Naman asked for, we have the speeches from the pathways curriculum that we have. We have objectives and speakers prepare the speeches beforehand. Next, we have the spontaneous speaking section where the table topic speakers are given topic on the spot and they have to speak 2.5 minutes on that given topic. And last but not the least, we have the evaluation section where the evaluators, along with the JLA evaluators, share the feedback on the roles we performed today. So to head that section, we have Toastmaster Disha who will be introducing us on the general evaluation section. Over to you, Toastmaster Disha. You're not audible. It's very fuzzy.
Hello, am I audible now?
Yeah.
Yes, you're audible and visible.
Okay. All right. So, good morning, everyone. For the benefit of our members as well as guests today, I am the general evaluator for today's meeting. I shall be assisted by a strong team of speech evaluators, the timer, as well as grammarian. So, I would now like each of them to introduce yourself, please. So, we'll start with the speech evaluator, Toastmaster Wade, if you could just uh, introduce yourself for a second.
Yeah. So about my introduction, I currently am I live in Mumbai and I'm a data scientist by profession. I have been associated with this club for around like a long time. Anything particular, Toastmaster Disha? Or
About the speech evaluation, basically.
okay, okay. So like, do we want to like have the introduction of timer and language
Yeah,
evaluators first?
that's it.
Or
That is how we'll go about it. Yes. So we'll have now our timer, Toastmaster Shauna, to give a brief introduction about the timing session.
Very good morning, everyone. Am I audible to you?
Yep.
So I'll be the timer for today's meeting, and it's the first time I'll be doing this role. So for the prepared speeches, we have three, I'll say milestones. 5 minutes, where I'll be raising a green flag. On 6 minutes, it will be a yellow flag, and the deadline is 7 minutes, where I'll be raising a red flag. And after that, if you continue your speech after that, then you will be disqualified. Sorry. Yeah. So for this, you have a 30 seconds of grace time, and the timing should be between 5 to 7 minutes. For the table topics, your timings should vary from 1 minute to 2 minutes. So the 1 minute is what I'll say is the realistic timing, or I'll say it's the timing where I'll be raising a green flag. Yellow, 30 minutes of 30 seconds of buffer on 1.5 second. 1 minute and 30 seconds, I'll be raising a yellow flag, and on 2 minutes, it will be a red flag. Beyond that, sorry, after 2 minutes of 36. Yeah, and 2 minutes 30 seconds is the grace time. After that, if a person continues to speak, he will be disqualified. He or she will be disqualified. So that's the basically I'll say the timing schedule or the timings for the topics today. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Shaunak. I would now request Toastmaster Neetal, who's the R counter, to brief about her role for today. Over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Disha. So as an R counter, I'll be observing not so good usages of words or the repetition of the words like so, is that, and will be presenting my report at the end of the meeting. So I'll be noting down everyone's filler words and make a report out of it. Thank you. Thank you, Toastmaster Disha. Over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Neetal. We have our grammarian, Toastmaster Vidhu, here. She would brief all of us about her role.
Good morning, all the Toastmasters. My role today is of a grammarian, and I will be listening very carefully to the good usages and bad usages used in the entire meeting. And I would also like to introduce the word of the day, which is vim. Vim means energy or enthusiasm. So just giving an example, Mayank will be giving his speech today after such a long time. So he is full of vim and vigor today. So this is one of the, and every time I would appreciate that we use the word of the day in whatever we deliver in terms of speeches or table topics, and would appreciate people to give a thumbs up when somebody uses it. Towards the end of the meeting, I will be sharing a report on overall the good and bad usages of the word. Over to you, Toastmaster Disha.
Thank you, Toastmaster Vidhu and the entire tag team over here. At the end of the meeting, I, as the general evaluator, will evaluate the entire meeting and give you a report on this. With this, I hand it over to the Toastmaster of the day to take up the meeting with the entire vim. Thank you.
Thanks a lot, Toastmaster Disha, and thanks a lot the general evaluation team for sharing the objectives of evaluation. Now we head to the superstar section where we have our amazing speaker, Toastmaster Mayank, who will be delivering his always icebreaker speech. With every speech, I feel he's breaking the ice with us. But before he does that, I'd like to invite his evaluator, Toastmaster Ved, to share the speech objectives for Toastmaster Mayank, which is the level 2 and speech 1. Over to you, Toastmaster Ved.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the day. Toastmaster Mayank is attempting level 2 project 1 from Pathways Persuasive Influencer. And the purpose of the project is for the member to identify his primary leadership style or styles. And the purpose is again to share some aspects of his primary leadership style, or discuss leadership styles in general. I wish Toastmaster Mank all the best. Back to the Toastmaster of the day.
Thanks a lot, Toastmaster Ved. Toastmaster Meng, do you want to do an audio video check? You're not- yeah. Can you say it's a beautiful day?
It's a beautiful day and pretty a hot one.
Always lovely to hear your speech. What's the title you kept for your speech, Toastmaster Mayank?
What's in the style?
What's in the style? Woohoo. Super. All right, all the best, Toastmaster Mayank. So, Toastmaster Mayank, what's in the style? What's in the style, Toastmaster Mayank?
Please tell me, what is the tagline of Toastmasters? Think. Recall that logo and their fine prints below it. It says, where leaders are made. At Oration 2024, when we were hearing Toastmasters CEO Daniel Rex, he came up on the stage and he said, leaders are not important. And we were thrilled hearing it. What is the CEO saying? Did he have a nice tequila last night or a tasty para that he is saying contrary to the tagline of Toastmasters International that leaders are not important? I'm sure Toastmaster Anshuman was as baffled as I was. But then he went on. The leader is not important, but what the leader does and achieves with his team is important. It was quite a thought-provoking item that one man is not important, but what collectively as a team they have achieved is important. There are leaders of various styles, some autocratic, bureaucratic, collaborative, innovative, and hey, Mogambo style. Oh, Shauna, don't recall of your wife, huh? It was just a slight joke. I have no thoughts about her. I have not met her. But these styles really change from person to person, situation to situation. A leader will never be behaving in the same style at all times. It's like the pack of wolves when they're hunting. Sometimes the leader is right in front, leading the pack, but sometimes behind the pack and letting the others lead. A leader is not necessarily has to manage you. Remember, if a leader is managing you all the time, he is not being a leader. He is just being a school teacher or your parent. It's often said, give a man a fish he eats one day, you teach him how to fish he eats every day. The same concept. The leaders are there to help and build and develop characters in us. For example, you may hate your manager and your boss. It's typically because of the leadership style. They may be scrutinizing each and every work of yours, or maybe just chilling at the back and said, yeah, manage. He or she has to balance. Because if he says, yeah, manage, people say, oh, my boss is pretty chill. He never asked me a thing. And then people will go on unannounced breaks, vacations, or just loitering around and think, yeah, my manager doesn't ask me a thing, and as long as I cover. So sometimes they have to just twist and deep dive into an aspect. As long as you're able to manage your work and deliver work to the expectation, the leader will not have a problem. Those who micromanage, hear me carefully. Those who micromanage will feel burnt out. Some CEOs, they have loads of works and piles of books around. But somebody met and interacted with the CEO of Infosys. I think it was Nikhil, somebody. His desk was absolutely clean. He had no paperwork, and his inbox of open items were barely anything. He says, every time I receive a work or a deliverable, I have to identify the right person to do it. I delegate to them and I give them the ownership. A leader has to be there to take the toll when the necks have to be crucified and give credit to the team. But that's a situation to be in the perfect world. And perfect world does not exist, because if he gives the credit to the team, other people will think, what does this guy do? And maybe his neck will be chopped off sometime. So if you believe that your leader is behaving a little differently, think about it. Probably he's trying to balance it out. He wants to take the credit because there's neck throat competition around. For me, my style of working is very, very different. I would micromanage the team, not micromanage the team, depending on what is the level of comfort I have. For example, when I'm working with a team and auditors, if everything is going fine and fair, I have no problem as long as they have done due diligence. If I ask them questions and they have reasonably sound answers, I would not dig deep in their work. But if I ask them questions and they are slippery, then I would want to go and understand that what have they really done or not done. They will find me irritating because they haven't done their homework enough. That's my style. But I also want to teach and preach the team. I help them build. For example, one of my team members was struggling with a lot of data all around her. And what I did, I said, don't keep everything in your brain. Create tables and status updates and just keep refreshing the dashboards and the data around. And you will know what you are. And over a period of time, she has hands on to all the various tasks she has, because it's made the life so easy, man. Everything is fine, documented, and I have a place where I have that information there. And that helps build the confidence and work and delivery. That's my style. What is yours, Toastmasters? Thank you.
Thanks a lot, Toastmaster Mayank, for delivering your speech. Request us all to take 1 minute to give feedback to Toastmaster Mayank in the private chat or the group chat. And folks in person, please feel free to share feedback in person with him.
Sure. Activate or allow the participants view camera. I think it's not letting it say host has disabled.
Yeah, host purposefully disabled because there was a lot of movement.
No worries. Can you activate it now?
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Oh, let's 35 final here.
All right. I hope we are done with the feedback. Coming back to the district conference. So table topic was an average affair. Don't think it was the display of the best table topic speakers there. There were one or two that stood out. What stood about the ones who performed excellent was the ability to deliver almost a prepared speech on the spot. It did not even feel that they're listening to the topic the first time. And all of that comes through tremendous practice. Taking up 100 table topics before the table topic session, preparing for it, honing and fine tuning the minor skills, and being there to deliver the best speech possible. What I understood was they used to jot down different anecdotes, different stories beforehand, build a database with hashtags, for example, hashtag hard work, hashtag motivation, and they did have a collection of anecdotes and stories to be delivered during the table topic. And that is the length that the table topic masters go. By masters, I'm referring to the masters of table topic, to prepare for spontaneous speaking. And that was the learning that even in our daily life, in be it the group discussions in our office or interviews, the spontaneous public speaking opportunities are not exactly spontaneous. You can make it excellent by preparing those anecdotes, those stories, those insights, those frameworks beforehand. And that will make you stand out from your peers, from your others. What may look spontaneous is not exactly spontaneous. All the body language used on the stage is not spontaneous. It was rehearsed, practiced 100 times before, and what came out on the stage was just a byproduct of it. We'll talk about the last section with the speech section, my favorite section at the end. But before we do that, I like to hand over the stage to our table topic master, attempting table topics master role for the first time, our newest member, one of the newest member. Newest is Toastmaster Shaunak. Toastmaster Naman to take over the stage. Over to you, Toastmaster Naman.
Thank you, Anshuman, for giving this opportunity to me. So today I'll be playing the role of TTM. This is the first time I'm playing this role. So I have not selected any theme for this. I'll be giving random topics to everyone. So who is going up first?
Start with Toastmaster Nitin and then move to Neetal and then the offline audience.
Okay. So for Nitin, what can money not buy? Am I audible?
Yes, please, you're audible. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
How many of us are born with a silver spoon? Please raise your hand.
Toastmaster Nitin.
No one in this room. I think I was probably snatched out of even the stainless steel spoon which I was probably growing up with, and that for me, while growing up, realized that despite my whims and fancies of being loved, being affectionate, being cared by family, by friends, there's an important aspect which was missing from my life, and that had always been money. I feel that I deserved a luxurious life. And I've cursed my parents and grandparents and all my sisters that why haven't they left me wealth of money so I can just live and eat out of it without working towards anything? Why do I have to study so hard in school and worry about my scores? Why do you have to grind my butt at office every day when I could have just had a fortune which was just purchased by selling off some piece of land which was just lying somewhere else? I curse them. I curse them so much. They have not done enough for me. So today, when I work, people say that you should work for your passion. You should work what makes you happy and everything. But I feel no. The only thing which matters is the pay scale. The only thing that matters is how much money this job offers. And people are asking, what is your background? Are you a CA? Are you an engineer? Are you an artist? Today, I'll be happy to leave my entire learning altogether because if I can get another job which pays me well, and I'm happy to work at it. Because let's keep it simple. Now, don't we all have to grind no matter what work we are doing? And every other day, there's a new technology. Few years back, it was data engineering, data science. Today, it is generative AI, and so on and so forth. We have to keep learning. So we are skillful enough to learn anything which we have to. But the end goal should remain same. And the end goal for me is really, which is the pinnacle of it. And the goal is that Lamborghini. Yes, one day would like to get that. And I know probably the job won't be the right thing to do it. But maybe by in the next 15, 20 years, and I'll find out some ways. I know few months back when I attended BBC meeting, Mayank told us about how to be aware of frauds. I think we should learn how to commit frauds to earn more money and from there get that Lamborghini, which I aspire so much. Madam Table Topic Master.
Thank you, Nitin. Nice perspective, I would say.
Commit
So
fraud.
moving on. So
That is
moving
what
on to our next,
taught us.
yeah. So moving on to our next speech, who is going next?
Toastmaster Neetal.
Toastmaster Neetal. So Neetal, the topic for you is how do you define success?
When we were growing up, people used to say, pass your 10th exam in good percentage and you will have a successful life. And then we did our 12th. For us, started accountancy. When we cleared, people just say, oh, you are CA, you must be really successful. But success is not a destination. Success is not something we can achieve and get fulfilled and sit all day long. Success is everyday grinding where we are working to matter, sustain our life, to make sure that we are healthy, and to make sure that we are not spending any minute in cribbing about our past or regretting about our decisions. That's success to me. Success should be about how to live a life on everyday basis. Are we able to choose the things we want to do, or are we made compulsion by others that we have to do it? So if we are able to choose it, then that we are living a successful life. But if someone is making it a compulsion on us, then no, that's not a success. So for me, at gym, the success moment would be lifting heavy weights. If I'm able to lift more than the weight I lifted last week, that's a successful. At office, it's always a promotion and always a pay rise that matters for a successful definition. And in personal life, it just goes on. So over to you, Toastmaster of the day. Table topic master, Naman.
Thank you, Neetal. I agree. Success is about learning, growth, and enjoying your life and the freedom, right? So, nice speech. Moving on to next one. Who is coming next?
Toastmaster man, can you confirm the list for offline audience? Do we have a guest there? Sorry, can't hear you. Toastmaster Mayank. Sorry, can't hear you.
Your voice is not clear, Mayank.
Still can't hear you.
Can't hear it.
No, you're not audible.
Oh God, what's happening there? Forceful table topic.
Take it up and then.
Okay, Smriti will take up.
Okay.
Smriti.
How many people are there?
A lot
Okay.
apparently.
Hi, Smriti. The
Hi.
topic for you, hi. The topic for you is what is worse, failing or never trying?
What is?
Worse for you, failing or never trying?
So hi, for me, never trying is worse because for me, I don't want regret to come in my thought. So I think we should try on and on to get over. And if there is a failure, for me, failure is one step towards this, what just we mentioned. For me, success is not as the Toastmaster, I don't remember the name, but the Toastmaster said, so every day for me, it's a journey. So you do it here, you do it the next day, you do it the next day, what you have done before. So it's a journey. Coming back to the topic that what is worse. So definitely for me, if you're not trying enough, that is more worse. Um, Guilt is something I cannot live with it. So for example, if I got an opportunity to work with one of the wonderful schools in Dubai, I will not take permission from my family. I will tell them that I have to go. Even I am back after a month that I cannot stay because never trying is a guilt for me. Second example, what I have done in my life is that where I have seen the worst is not trying is I have not be tried going when I am in 11th and 12th. I have not taken biology. I have taken mathematics.
only because my all friends were in maths. So at that time, doctor means only MBBS and MD. It was not PhD. So I was regretting the entire my college life. I'm regretting today also. But now I have an option that I can go for PhD, and just having that BR as a prefix in your name will next step for my professional journey. Thank you so much.
Thank you. So I agree, it's never late to try for anything because once you fail and you try, then you succeed, right? So it's a learning curve for everyone. So moving on to next one, who is coming next?
Shaunak? Yeah.
Shaunak,
Toastmaster.
okay. Hi, Shaunak.
Hello there again.
So the topic for you is what is the difference between innocence or ignorance?
Innocence and ignorance. Okay.
Yes.
Perfect. So that's very relevant in today's world, where most of the people get away by doing anything, uh, any mistake or anything, just by saying, okay, we did it innocently. We were not aware. We were not aware about these things and all. But I believe if you're doing a mistake once, it can be said innocence. But if you are repeating same mistake again and again, then it's not innocence. Rather, it's what I'll say, uh, no ignorance.
Ignorance. Yeah.
So, and that's what has become a part and norm of the culture today, because we are we want it to be everywhere, and that's the reason we are not able to focus on one thing. And the mistake that we are doing right now, we don't tend to learn from it and try to fix it for the next time, where we don't repeat any such mistakes, but we keep on doing same things again and again. And the easiest way out is saying, just by saying sorry, or we won't repeat it again. But that's something we all need. I think, especially me, I need to relook to that and try not to repeat such mistakes, which I've already done, and don't take an excuse out of that. So that's all. Thank you so much, everyone.
Thank you, Shaunak. Nice perspective, I would say, because it's important to learn from your mistake so that you don't repeat that mistake again, right? So thanks for your speech. Moving on to next one. Who is coming next?
Okay, next is Disha. You want to go? Toastmaster Disha.
Hi, Disha.
Hi.
Hi. The topic for you is there such a thing as perfect?
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I love this topic, being perfect. Perfection. Perfection is something that everybody is looking forward when they are with someone, when they are in their office, when they are with their family, with their friends. Not everyone is cool and chill and lighthearted like Toastmaster Mayank or Smriti, maybe. Perfection is something that one gains after a lot of time. And in life, it is more important to do things, to progress, to take actions. It is important that you kind of keep a check on how you are moving ahead in life. There are certain goals and targets that you have in your personal life or in office, that those are given by your seniors. So they are all there, but then it is very important that you do not kind of give yourself a direction that I have to be a perfectionist. A perfectionist like Amir Khan, we hear. So Amir Khan does one movie a year. I am really not seeing him from last few years though. So perfection is important, but it's rather more important to move on, to take action, to go ahead, to enjoy equally. Thank you, and over to you, Toastmaster Naman.
Thank you, Disha. Nice speech. So it's really important to, I think, focus on your goals and to realize your mistakes and learn from it and not to be stuck on the perfection part. I agree with you. So moving on to next one, is there anyone left for the speech or
Yeah, we
we
have
all done?
Ved,
Okay.
Mayank, Vidu.
We have Ved, Vidu, and Prabhat.
Mayank, okay. Prabhas? Is he?
Prabhas.
He's online.
Prabhat. Okay.
We can go with Ved, then Prabhat, then Vidu.
Okay.
Closes.
So Ved, topic for you is can there be happiness without sadness?
Okay, so the topic is, can there be happiness without sadness?
Yeah.
This is a thought-provoking question when we often think about, like, we always in chase of happiness, and when in whatever situation we are in, we look for how to make it better. And one of the thing that we often forget is that if there is a sun, then there will be moon. If there is a day, there will be night. If there is a happiness, then there will be days of sadness as well. It is fine. And if you go through those days of sadness, it will make us realize the importance of happiness more. So I truly agree with this statement that if there will be days of happiness, there will be some days of uh, sadness as well. And we do not need to deter by it. We do not need to feel intimidated by it. This is just a part of life, and we should always look forward for it. And because there is always hope, if there is a sadness, things will get better, and there will be happiness. Thank you. Back to the Madam Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you, Ved, for the speech. And I agree that, both the things complete each other. So we realize the importance of happiness when there is sadness and vice versa. So moving on to next speech. So it would be Vidu, right?
Prabhat.
Prabhat, okay. Do we have him
Prabhat, do you
physically
want to
or?
open up your video?
Sure.
Hi, Prabhat. The topic
Hi.
for you is do you think crying is a sign of weakness or strength? So I will repeat the topic. Do you think crying is a sign of weakness or strength? TM Prabhat.
Thank you.
Yeah.
It is often said that men don't cry and it's only women's cry. So do we think that the crying is the sign of weakness? I would say no. Men also cry. It's not only the women's cry. Crying is what when you are showing your emotions. When you've met your friend for a long time or your relatives after long time, there are tears in your eyes. Those tears are of are not of sadness. Those are of pride or something which you feel that point in time. Similarly, when you are in a deep pain or you need somebody to help you, then you are crying. So that crying is for your health. You need some help. So those are the signs of the help which you need. Similarly, when the child or a newborn child is crying, that sign shows that he is thirsty. He needs something to eat so that his mother know that he needs something to eat and mother can feed. So in all, I can say that crying is not the sign of weakness. It is the sign to show your emotions. Thank you.
Thank you, Prabhat, for your speech. And I agree. So crying is not gender specific, that it is for females or males, right? And it could be in any situation when you are happy or sad. So I think it's to feel something and to show your emotions. So I agree with you. Thank you for your speech. Moving on to next one. So it is TM Vidu or Mayank.
Vidu.
Okay. Hi, Vidhu. Can you hear me?
Yeah,
Okay.
Voice is cracking a bit.
Your voice is breaking.
can you hear me?
Yep.
Yes, yeah. So the topic for you is what's one downside of the modern day world? I'll repeat the topic. What's one downside of the modern day world?
What downside of?
Modern day world. Over to you.
Thank you for such a great topic. So the downside, I mean, I have been observing recently my laws have moved back with us, and I've been observing the life they have lived versus how we are living in today's world. So the downside is that a lot of people cover today the definition of success, what is good, what is bad, and all of those philosophical conversations. And I have observed that, in the race of proving ourselves and being, into the race of how we have grown and where we are today, we have lost the I will say the spice of living a very happy and very joyful and stress-free life. I have seen them. I always thought that, I am doing XYZ, and, they, or, my extended family or anybody, like, are not so focused in certain aspects of life. But I have learned gradually that, it is the success or the way we are now evaluating and assessing us in terms of how we are performing in life versus, the definition how they used to think that was the best, because their life expectancy, their way of, their health, wealth, if you say they are far, far, far better than us. We being in 30s, 20s, we lack energy, we lack, that I would say that awareness among, like, social awareness is also lacking a lot, because we are into our cocoons of, spending the time into that race. And they today well aware of the world globally rather than us. So there's a lot to learn, and there's a lot of downsides which I have, which everybody see in today's world. Over to you, table topic master.
Thank you, TM Vidhu. Nice start with in-laws. I think that was a fun fact. So I agree that, in today's world, we are focusing on, I think, milestones and race in offices and everything. But
You
I
have more
think,
space. Do you
am
have
I
one more
audible?
slot? Yeah, you are. Go ahead.
Okay. Yeah, so you were saying something?
I'm saying is if you have a topic, I would like to take an attempt.
Actually, I am out of topic, but I can
Okay,
think of one for you.
no worries.
Just give me a moment. Yeah. Okay. So, TM Mayank, the topic for you is what's more important, speaking or listening?
What's more important, speaking or listening? Well, we have two sides. It's one me who believes in speaking, and we have Gesh Shefali who believes in listening. But I think it's important that we listen and then speak. Because, for example, if I had not listened to the topic which Toastmaster Naman had given, I would have been blabbering about something else. So speaking is equally important, and that is what is the third pillar of of a Toastmasters meeting, the evaluation section, where you have to be good listeners of a topic. Unless you have listened, you will not be able to process in your brain. Of course, we can use AI to do everything for you, but then don't complain that you have been replaced by a robot to do everything task for you. If you don't apply your brains, you will not be able to process. And to speak, anybody can speak, but what is important is to speak relevant. I mean, I can talk about, say, cricket right now, but is it relevant to the topic? No. Speaking is also important, and you are able to speak your heart out. You see, most people are crumbled within their body and your mind because they're not able to express themselves. They feel frustrated and they feel yelling. It's because they can't let out their emotions. I can tell you, men are pretty bad at demonstrating their emotions, while the women are generally pretty loud and clear in their speaking. Vent out in front of anybody and everybody, and men like to keep it to themselves. As like Toastmaster Prabhat was talking about, men do cry. Of course, we cry. We don't cry in public. We don't even cry when we are at a cremation of somebody. But if there was a woman, I think, the emotion changes like 10 times. And the men will be like, body ko utha ke, keep the body aside. They are, people will say they are heartless. You have to be practical on certain aspects. No, I think I should rest on this topic. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mayank. Fun element was there in the speech, and I think everybody enjoyed this table topic session for today. So, what is the next step?
You can hand over the stage to me, Toastmaster.
Okay, so over to you, Toastmaster Anshuman.
First of all, congratulations, Toastmaster Naman, for hosting the table topic session. There are a lot of learnings in table topic, being the table topic master. One is listening, one is providing comments, feedback, and giving engaging topics. I think as you were giving topics, you were progressing on all those areas. So definitely, I think that was quick agility and adaptability to excel in the role. So thank you for taking it up and being brave enough to attempt it. And at Toastmasters, all of us have to speak. Nobody can just sit down and then passively listen. So we'll want our guest, whose name is, to come and introduce herself. I think introduction is the simplest speech one can give. So if you're comfortable, Toastmaster, what's the guest? Oh, you have to come on the stage and speak. That is what Toastmaster meeting is all about. Can't hear you. And can't see you too. Can we all give a huge round of applause for Shefali
Okay, I'm there.
for being brave enough
So,
to come on the stage and introduce
thank
herself?
you. Thank you so much. So, I'm Shifali Malik, and I'm a teacher in DPS. And you must be surprised that I am a teacher and I don't like to be seen. Yes, this is me. And I'm trying my level best that I should be able to present myself in front of everybody. But somehow I don't like this. I don't like to be seen. And I'll definitely come in next meeting also, and I'll try to take the topics. And that's it. That's my intro. Thank you.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
So soon to be Toastmaster Shefali.
Yeah.
Maybe currently you don't like to be seen, but since you are here, you came on the stage and you are part of the meeting, you want to be seen. If I'm correct in that, it comes through practice. Comes through training your subconscious mind to just be out there on the stage, be visible, be in the spotlight, and deliver the best of the best speeches that we'll soon be hearing from you. All happens to the magic of Toastmasters. And I saw the magic of Toastmasters in oration, where we had 10 brilliant speakers, the best of the best. Unfortunately, the recordings are not available, which I really don't know why. But what I, Toastmaster Mayank, all of us saw was extraordinary. I'll tell you why it was extraordinary. For that, I'll have to bring up the ballot that we have. So the entire audience was given this ballot to rate the speakers. It was dummy ballot. The judges were separate. So you had speech development, effectiveness, speech value adding up to 50 marks. Then the physical, voice, manner adding up to 30 marks, and appropriateness and correctness adding up to 20 marks of the speech. Speech one, I my peers sitting on my left side, Mayank on the right side, I think we gave in the range of 90 out of 100. The next one, again 91, 92, again 91. And we were like, oh my God, this is turning out to be such a close contest. And my learnings for next year, if I have to be on the stage and give that speech again, was what we don't practice in club speeches and we should is the following list. Number one, usage of props wherever feasible. Props are a good addition and add to the visual aspect of a speech. Number two, theatrical prowess. What each of the speakers was excellent was at delivering emotions through voice and body language. What we don't practice so much in class speeches is differentiating oneself from each other. At the division level, at the district level, your basics are already cleared. Whoever you're competing against is already good at the basics of each. So, how do you differentiate yourself? So, you differentiate yourself through emoting well through your voice. So, your voice has to be the carrier of your message, and the message can be through different emotions. Sad means sad, happy means happy, crying means crying. And this was not happening, say, one at a time. The second speaker, whose name I think was Aparna, was flowing through emotions like this. And we were all shocked. We're like, okay, this is ending here. Next part, next element, next element. She was a train of emotions back to back, emoting through her body, emoting through her voice. It was flowing like a rain, or rain when it falls on the ground. Anyhow, sorry for my metaphors, but definitely I think emotions, usage of props, body language. I think body language was expressive and entire stage was used to express body language. From left to right to middle to center to front to back, the movement was clear, direct, purposeful, planned out. Each hand was moving as per the word requirement of that speech. All the speeches were flawless. And the number one, number two, number three who were declared next day, I don't think Toastmaster Mayank or I or anyone in the audience could predict. Because all the 10 speakers had their own strengths, had their own weaknesses. But what was clear was, first of all, this ballot paper, all the basics were sorted. So at club level, we have to ensure that each one of our speeches are absolutely clear from this marking standpoint. Then we have to start differentiating ourselves. How do we differentiate ourselves? Our script should be written beforehand in sensory style where we are helping the audience visualize what's happening with us. So if I am eating and I'm having chai, I tell that the chai has this aroma, this beauty, this flavor, this color, that the audience gets this mesmerized into your speech. Second would be emoting those words through your voice, through your body language. Third is usage of the stage. And fourth is your voice should be a carrier of your message. So your voice can't be feeble, your voice can't be shy, your voice can't be uh, inhibitive. Your voice has to be right up there. So all of this just excellent, above par. And I'll also like to quickly invite Toastmaster Mayank, if you're okay, to share your insights also on the speeches that were delivered for from a learning aspect. That what was your learning out of it? I am also curious to know. And the stage video is off somehow. Okay, now it's okay.
Thank you, Toastmaster Anshuman. I think for me, the learning was as on similar lines as Toastmaster Anshuman was talking about. Each and every speaker came up with a different way of giving a speech. I mean, looking at those speeches, you were like, can I ever reach on that stage? I mean, the flawlessness in, say, even peeling up a tape and putting in to say that this is the line, how many times did I cross it or not? I mean, it was such a small thing, but it made a really difference on when they were talking about a speech of, I am crossing the line, or the winner talking about a situation where he pranked his friend and made us all laugh and giggle. And then he said, I was that prankster, was like the next level. So the story that they built of, have you ever sat in somebody's smelly shoes? So he, to give that experience, he said, went to the temple, came out and said, where are my shoes? What shall I do? Should I sit and into somebody else's smelly shoes? And people, because this was happening in India, people were able to relate it so well that, oh my God, that is common. That when you come out, maybe your shoes are gone and you have no other option either to walk with barefoot or slip into somebody else's shoes. And how he talked about the whole journey and created that connect with people. In table topics also, the topic was very, very dry. I mean, people were not able to innovate. And one person came and the topic was what? Toastmaster, you remember the topic for table topics? Pain, pain is sometimes
Quitting is
quitting.
permanent. Pain is temporary, quitting is
Pain
permanent.
pain is temporary, quitting is permanent. The guy started, and people were really not able to connect and talk about anything. And he said, pain is temporary. Thank God my mother took that pain several years ago and I came. Had she quit, I had not. And he connected with the audience and made them laugh. And his was the only speech which was on the humorous side, and rest all were talking philosophy, blah, 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 blah. And he was the winner. Well, I and Anshuman had contrary views. I said, this guy's done a fantastic job. And she was like, he did not, right? Because when everybody's got the voting sheets, everybody's giving their evaluation. And there was, everybody had multiple, I mean, the same, the audience was divided two sets. Either he's going to ace it or he's really going to flunk it. So it's great attending one of those sessions and orations. We will get to have the annual event of Toastmasters International, which is going to be there, I think, by July sometime. And the videos of it will be out after that. We will try and pull out the videos of last time and circulate. Look for those speeches, how wonderfully people give and what level of voice, modulation, action, drama, emotion. I mean, it was like as if the National School of Drama was there. The audience of National School Drama is, I mean, the winners of there are participating in those competitions. There was so much of drama. And people like drama. You see, that's why you have Z and Star flourishing in India. Right, back to you, Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster.
Thanks a lot, Toastmaster Mayank, for explaining it wonderfully of how the craft of speaking was demonstrated in oration. How at Bright Beginning we are going to help each other is, first of all, we were thinking of doing separate table topic sessions. That is what we learned from other clubs, that they do host like once in a week or once in twice weeks of a half an hour, 1 hour separate table topic practicing sessions. We can do improv in it. We can do table topic in it. It'll be voluntary. Whoever wants to join practice table topics, we can do that. Secondly, we are going to do more workshops and trainings. We did get Pulkit to do 1 hour session on World Championship of Public Speaking of what he learned from the World Championship Public Speaker once last year. We're going to do more of those workshops. One, my personal observation is theatrical skills. That's something that's rare within Toastmasters community, but we'll see how we can get folks from theater or workshops on those lines of how we can improve our emotions while we speak, body language while we speak, use the stage while we speak. But we are definitely going to ensure that, I think we're going to start the next ISC around September, October. So we have June, July, August, around 3 to 4 months to go before this cycle starts again. So my request will be all of us should participate in both table topic and the ISC contest this time. Hopefully, Bright Beginning contest will be one of the most hotly contested ones. Second, for prepared speech, let's prepare one speech right now, which is going to be our ISC speech in September or October, whenever it happens. Even for table topics, let's practice 50 to 100 times and be our best version of ourselves in the Bright Beginning contest. I think that is my and Toastmaster Mayank's takeaway from oration, that we have to get best of our best skills in the club and outside for us to be excellent. Handing over the stage to Toastmaster Disha to take over the evaluation session. Over to you, Toastmaster Disha.
Meeting. Let's start with the speech evaluations. Please help me welcome Toastmaster Wade to evaluate Toastmaster Mayank's speech today. Over to you, Toastmaster Wade.
Thank you, Madam General Evaluator. Toastmaster Mayank's speech. One thing that Toastmaster Mayank, it has been a long time since I listened to your speech. So well done on that. And one thing that stood out for me is your stage presence and the start. Wonderful way to start the speech with the tagline of Toastmaster. Yes, where leaders are made. Now let's touch upon some delivery aspects of your speech. You have used gestures throughout the speech. Your vocal variety and facial expression were spot on. You had maintained the eye contact with the audience. So I like, while we are at the hybrid mode, it really felt like you are talking to all of us. So kudos for that. And another aspect that I like was the way you ended the speech asking audience, what is your style? Now, some of the recommendations that I can think of is that I felt that you could have used more personal anecdotes to make speech more engaging. Although you have given some anecdotes, give some more context to the examples. So maybe like imitate scenarios like you usually do in some of your table topic speeches. So that could take your speech to the next level. Another recommendation is that you could have used more space and move around the stage. So that will make your stage presence more better. So it can be a very easy win for you. So talking about the content aspect of the speech, the structure of the speech was well organized and transitions were seamless. And your speech was full of insights. It was like a peek into your leadership styles. So it was thoroughly researched and very well presented. Overall, your speech was insightful and thought-provoking. Well-structured content and engaging delivery made it memorable experience for all of us. And my recommendations were to use more anecdotes in your speech and give some more context and use some more space in the stage. Thank you. Back to the general evaluator of the day.
You're on mute.
Okay. Thank you, Toastmaster Wade. It is very important to put up your message in the right amount of time. So now I would request Toastmaster Shaunak to present his timer report. Over to you, Toastmaster Shaunak.
Thank you, everyone. I really have my takeaways from today's session. So, with respect to the timings of the today's speeches, I'll start with Mayank, who's the only speaker for the prepared speeches. The timing was 6 minutes 37 seconds, which was up to the mark. Now, coming on to the table topics, we had 9 speakers today, and kudos to everyone for delivering the speeches well in the right amount of the time. Nitin, 2.33 seconds. Neetal, 1.35 seconds. Smriti, 1.45 seconds. Shaunak, 1.30 seconds. Disha, 1.35 seconds. Ved, 1.10 second. Prabhat, 1.38 seconds. Vidu, 2 seconds. Sorry, 2 minutes. And Mayank, 2.10 seconds. 2 minutes and 10 seconds. Yeah. Sorry. Handing it over back to Disha.
Thank you, Toastmaster Shaunak. Now, very crucial to hear from Toastmaster Neetal, our R counter, on what was the performance on our R's and Ums today. Over to you, Toastmaster Neetal.
Thank you, Toastmaster Disha. So to begin with, we had 3 flawless speaker. I was trying hard to find out some filler words, but I could not. So one was Mayank, one was Toastmaster Mayank, then Toastmaster Anshuman, and Toastmaster Nitin. I tried hard finding some filler words, but I could not. So kudos to you. And then coming back, Ved used 4 times R, 1 time and when he was giving his table topic, used ein repeatedly 2 to 3 times. And Toastmaster Disha used 3 times R, 2 times Toastmaster Vidu, surprisingly, she used 6 times R, 2 times Toastmaster Naman, 2 times R. Toastmaster Shanuk, 1 time R, 1 time and guest Shruti used 2 times R, 2 times I missed to count Toastmaster Prabhat filter words. So that's it from my end. Back to you, Toastmaster Disha.
Thank you, Toastmaster Neetal. Now it's time to know how did we perform on the grammarian part and how much was the word of the day used today. Over to you, Toastmaster Vidu.
Thank you, Toastmaster Disha. So first of all, congratulations. We have some very good usages today being used in the speeches and in the other sections. So I would like to first cover those. So baffled, crucified, neck throat competition, whips and fancies, grind the butt, feeble, and hermetic. I think there was theatrical. Okay, so these were some good usages, and now coming to the bad usages. So there were certain lines. First was okay. So which paid me well. So I think it was which pay me well because the tense was incorrectly used. Then somebody met and interacted with. So someone met and interacted with. Then it was made compulsions by others. So it could be compulsions put by others. Then there was I have not seen him from last year. So seen it from last year. Then put up message in right amount of time. So it should be like present or cover, right? So these were some of the words or sentences where we could have done it better. Over to you, Toastmaster Disha.
Thanks a lot, tag team. Now I have a few comments to make about the entire meeting as a whole today. So firstly, we started a little late today. We should ensure that we are on time. The agenda and the theme for today's meeting was circulated well in advance. We welcomed the guests and introduced the new members today. Timer, our counter, as well as the grammarian, they gave very helpful and insightful reports. Coming to Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Anshuman, as always, he has been flawless. We chose a really great topic and very relevant topic and the theme for today's meeting. Coming to table topics, Toastmaster Naman, who's just joined us, did a fantastic job. She chose really light topics where everybody could get involved and had really impactful things to say. Then coming over to the speaker for today, Toastmaster Mayank, he was well prepared. Though he looked a little nervous, he was like, what will happen? But that was not the case. And as always, Toastmaster Wade, who evaluated Toastmaster Mayank's speech today. Who did a wonderful job. He's a really great speech evaluator, I would say. I've seen him do this job very well in the last few meetings. And in the end, the meeting could educate, elevate, entertain, and encourage everyone. Thank you, and over to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Thanks a lot, Toastmaster Disha, for that quick and brief evaluation. And thank you to all the evaluators for today morning. I hope all of us had a productive Saturday morning of election somewhere, hybrid meeting somewhere. But overall, I hope through the oration narrative and the meeting, we took one takeaway which we can implement in the next meeting to be better role players, to be better speakers, and to be better individuals. That is the hope from each of the Bright Beginning meetings. And I'd like to hand over the stage to the ever enthusiastic Toastmaster Nitil, who's looking in really high spirits to close the meeting. Over to you, Toastmaster Nitil.
No, I'm good. It was a wonderful meeting, a good mix of hybrid meeting we had today, online and offline. And that's it. I look forward for the next meeting. So do you want to discuss the roles? We can take it offline in 5 minutes and then close it off.
Take up offline, Toastmaster Nitil. Oh, we can take guest feedback if you want.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, we will have a guest feedback. So starting with Toastmaster Nitin.
Thanks, Neetal, and thanks everyone for this meeting. I think I really this part of being the world champion is treat every time you're on stage that you want to be a champion. I think it starts no matter which speech you're delivering, prepare it in that way. And that's probably stems from there. There are lots of preparation, and that's one aspect which will keep on dwelling. So great, thanks Anshuman for sharing this insight in this. Treat each and every speech of yours whenever you're on stage that yes, I want to defeat the best who is in the room, and something like this is have that attitude each and every time stepping in. So that really probably helps in that way. And I hope next week I'll be sitting in that green sofa as well. I'll try that certainly. Probably the timing will also suit me. One feedback is generally for almost like for each and every evaluator. When we say someone was great or someone was not great, at least add an example why you felt they were great or why you felt they were not great. One thing, which is, I mean, your personal choices, doesn't have to be anything specific to anything, but if you're adding that, yes, he did a wonderful job or they did a wonderful job, what did they do? Please add that so that there is something useful for the speaker to take away as well. Be it in timing. The speaker was wonderful in the timing. What it means? That means they can concise their thoughts properly. If someone used a good word of the day usage, what did that word mean and what impact was there? So at least add some more inputs to the roles we are playing and more feedback for the person who's in the meeting taking a time out so they'll learn something more as much as possible. That's there. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Toastmaster Nitin. Yes, we will definitely incorporate the feedback in our meetings going forward. So, Toastmaster Prabhat, sorry, your feedback, please, for for the meeting.
Thank you, Toastmaster. I really liked the meeting. In fact, my objective was to learn something from the other Toastmaster clubs was fully met. And thanks for Anshuman and Mayank on sharing their feedbacks for the oration meeting, which unfortunately I was not able to attend, but got the good side, like what has happened there. In all, thank you and have a great meeting ahead.
Thank you, Toastmaster Prabhat. And feedback from the offline team. Mayank, would you like to call upon? I missed the names. Toastmaster Mike, you able to hear us?
It was a wonderful experience, and I was really impressed to see how people confidently they can speak on any topic. Maybe in coming meetings, I might be part of the team, and that's it. No, there's no feedback. Just I was just an observer today. Thank you so much.
One thing I would like to add, when we joined, every one of us, when we started Toastmasters, we could not speak for 30 seconds in the table topics. So we learned over a period of time participating. As Anshuman said, Toastmaster Anshuman, that 50 to 100 times if we prepare for table topics, we would be able to give a successfully on the stage.
I have already said.
Observant first and then she moves.
So, for a person like me who's very scared of speaking on any unknown topic, so just a request is whenever a person like me who comes who's very, very scared and do not have a good vocabulary as you people, so if topics can be given in advance with the time limit, that would be really appreciated. Thank you.
Thank
I
you.
don't know what the protocol
So, Nikhil, that is it. I think we can conclude
Yeah,
the
one
meeting.
more, right? Sure.
Oh, no, Shaunak is no longer a guest. He's a
No,
member.
Shruti. Shruti,
Shruti,
right?
Smriti.
Smriti, Smriti, Smriti Irani.
Sorry, Smriti.
ऐसे याद
Okay.
रहता है.
Yeah.
So yeah, I always look forward to coming these meetings because it enhance my my vocabulary and my extempore skills, honestly. So that is what we used to say when I was in school. And yeah, meeting new people, that is personality trait. Meeting new people, I'm being a next level extrovert. So also, so yeah, it's wonderful. Thank you.
Great. So we will see you as soon to be Toastmaster.
Fun fact, Toastmaster Needle, do you know Toastmaster Smriti is Toastmaster Mank's wife, right?
Sorry?
Do you know that Toastmaster soon to be Toastmaster Smriti is Toastmaster Mank's wife?
Oh, no.
Okay.
You did not introduce.
Yeah, like I have to tell everyone. Like last time, Disha was like, "Who's she?" Vidhu, I think knew, but yeah. But anyhow,
Okay. So we'll have one more member joining our club then. So there is no escape for it.